Welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, this year, Panorama was probably one of the most exciting in terms of the quality of music and what we saw. And at the end, when the dust settled, it was Massey Trinidad All-Stars. They were the ones that were crowned the winning large band of the year for 2017 in the Panorama Finals, getting 286 points ahead of Desperados, BP Renegades, Republic Exodus. All of the big names were there. But in the end, they were the ones that came out on top, and they won with an exhilarating performance of MX Prime's Full Extreme. And joining us on set this morning, we have Daryl and Dane. They need a little introduction. Daryl, I think, posts every single day about his love of Pan, and Dane obviously is...
3 times a day.
3 times a day. Right. 3 times, not just once. And Dane, of course, one of the most talented. I actually had the opportunity to see Dane play on my set, and I was so... That was the first time that I've ever seen a performance like that. I literally fell in love on that Pan on that day. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Morning, Emma. Fine, thanks. Nice to be nice to be here. Nice to be here.
What was it like when, in the end, they said Massey Trinidad All-Stars?
Relief, joy, redemption, reward for hard work, a number of things, because we had a bad year the year before, you know, and when that happens, you're never quite sure what's going to happen next. If you're going to bounce back immediately, or if it's going to be a trend that will continue for a while. So I think, for me and for many people, it would have been a mixture of those things, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Dave, what do you think you all did differently this year?
I think we came a little more together, if you understand, in terms of the arranger kind of understanding, you know what, we had to make a change, technically, you know. The band itself too, you know, everybody happy and we gel a little more, because music brings things together. Sometimes it brings it apart too, according to how the music is. And I think last year we were a little bit disconnected, you know, from the public. And even, you know, yes, we enjoying the song because music, but totally no. So I think all of us was really, really in accordance with each other. And I think that would bring the difference, you know, because the music was totally different, you know.
Is it difficult for you to work under someone else?
No, why? You mean in terms of me? Well, I mean, yes, I'm a arranger, composer, you know, player, but that's a different thing. Trinidad All-Stars is Trinidad All-Stars, that team, all right? And I mean, if you can't be led, I don't think you could lead no how, you know.
Now, your love affair with this group has existed forever.
Yeah, it has. Well,
what makes this group different to any other?
I could only talk for myself personally. I was introduced to Pan around the age of 7 or 8. I mean, live. And I don't know, there was one, I didn't start off being an All-Star supporter, but there was one particular performance a year. We did a song, Heat, 1982. And I don't know, I just got blown away by the whole thing. And I found the next year when I went to the Savannah, I wanted All-Stars to win. And the following year, I wanted them to win more. And it just turned into this obsession, which school friends could tell you. They always used to say, you will end up inside there in some position one day. And I was like, nah, not in that. But, you know, it evolved. I think the band called me.
The quality of Pan music, Dane, you know, looking at where Pan is today and taking it to the next level, have we progressed the way we should?
Yes, in some ways. In terms of arrangers being creative, one, all right? We went, to me personally, we went back a little in terms of, you know, doing the old songs that the people can't relate to, you know, for a couple of years, all right? And, well, as I said earlier, this year it just evolved into something different, all right? I mean, we here talking about Trinidad All-Stars, but we want to talk about that's generally. I think Desperados kind of technically bring it back, kind of expose us last year, expose the rest of our bands in a way. So what we do is kind of wake us up, you know, shake up and say, oh no, we're going down a little slope in terms of we have to play the songs that people know. So they help kind of, if you want to say, bring it back up,
It's funny how nature has a way of correcting itself, because Pan and people were always like this.
Yes.
Pan has always been a voice, musical voice of people. And when you had this separation going on with bands playing songs that people don't know, you know, there was this discord and discontent. And it was almost like if you felt at some point they're gonna marry again. You're gonna get bands playing stuff that people know and people can understand and things. So I'm just glad to be a part of it.
What was it about Full Extreme that you all decided to take this on?
Oh wow, that's a story in itself. We learned about 7 songs this year.
Really?
In our effort to pick the right one, okay? So there's this thing our arranger Smooth does where, he puts down tunes and then he kind of observes the band and see, what the mood is like. And I can tell you, from almost the first note, when we began learning Full Extreme, you got it. It is this vibe, this atmosphere, this joy, you see people, you stand back and look at the band and you realize everybody kind of swaying, and you look outside, you see supporters dancing and putting their hand in the air, and you just knew, man, this is it. This is the song we have to do.
You haven't been seeing it for a little while.
Yeah, boy.
You haven't been feeling totally that sense of enjoyment, for a little while, especially people outside.
Right.
And you see them, they're happy.
There's also risk in terms of doing a song that's so popular and because also Cal performed that song as well. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that some of the other bands may have chosen that. The risk is, what do you think that Massey did better than everybody else?
Performance and the energy, the experience is there. And when we play a song, especially coming from 6th place, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
Compared to the other bands, seriously. It's different. Smooth experience, when you watch the ratio of arrangers, Smooth and then Bugsy Sharp is 2 of the old, the most experienced arrangers, and they know how to win. Yes and no, Len didn't make it that well this year. I'm not saying the others don't know how to win, but that edge, you really had to come. You really had to come, especially with a song like Full Extreme.
Yeah. And I mean, as well, if you understand Smooth's style of arranging, this suits him.
Really?
Yeah, if he has to do something slow and mellow and more, that he'll have to kind of fight and thing. But the time the trend is that we go in party, we go in jam, we go in bacchanal. Yeah, that's right up his alley.
It's all about a vibe and an energy.
Smooth one say, you want jam? Okay, you'll get jam.
Yeah.
Straight up. Sit down, we just sat down, we just talking, in the yard. Say, okay, this is what it turns to. All right.
Then do you think people have fallen in love with Panorama, that there's going to be a time when, for the Panorama finals, that the semis is a fet, but for the final, the people will come back to the grandstand and to the North Stand and enjoy the pan itself?
Yes, if we continue with the kind of music that they like.
And if the administration makes the right decisions.
Yes.
Because having to play 3:30 in the morning on a Monday, that's insane.
I was really upset with what they did for semis because I didn't get to see any of the big bands play.
It was an effort. We had to keep 120 people motivated at 3:30 to play like if it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Semi-final 100.
Yeah, 100, right? To perform to a nearly empty stand at 3:30, like
because
if it's 10,000 people at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's hard.
Yeah.
That is hard. It is very draining.
It's not just, I just say grown-ups. We have a lot of youths in the band. A lot of youths in the band who...
Why was the decision made to change the Panorama format?
Well, if we go into that now, we'll finish tomorrow morning.
We're trying to keep the politics out, but I have to ask, because in 2018, when everybody is there, that's why the semis became a fet, because everybody, the big band, I'm not saying that the small band people don't enjoy it, but people really come to hear their band play, and you would not see them play.
Everything, you go to a fet, they're the guys who warm up, and they're the main acts who come on.
And the main acts were not coming on until after midnight.
And I don't mean that in a condescending way, that's just the way it is, right? We've been doing this thing for 80-something years now. We put in time and effort to get to this point.
What do you want to tell the Panorama, the people who organized Panorama for 2018?
No, listen, Pan is for the people, right? I heard people spoke on other frequency yesterday, and I am saying totally, yes, people just want to touch that stage, but is it more important to play for the people or just be on the stage? You understand? I'm saying bring it to the street. We gotta do it at Peter Avenue, Judge in front of wherever, Panchenbego, they have the office right here, You have people, bring it to the people. And people is who make the Panorama. Yeah. Not just the judges and the stage. I know, and I'm just saying, as I will rightfully say, You know, really and truly, the large bands, what people really and truly, all respects to everybody else.
Yeah.
And even more now, the medium and the large, you know. I think, you know, it was not fair to the small band because I had no one there.
Yeah.
I did some stuff with one of the small bands and it had no one there. I rather play for the people, and I'm sure that the players rather play for the people.
Of course, of course.
I think, you know, we will agree, but we want to end on a high note, Darryl. You have a picture kissing the trophy.
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those things. Your closing comments. Let's talk a little bit about the rest of the year for the band.
Right, okay. Well, first of all, tomorrow, Friday, we have a show at our Panyard. It's a thank you, basically, given back to the community. It's free. It begins at 7 p.m. The full Panorama Band will be performing along with several surprise guest artists. We have a DJ. We have reduced prices on the bar. I was told to mention reduced prices so you know it's not free, all right? But there will be some giveaways. There will be some giveaways and things. Yeah. Well, aside from that, we really have a focus on, we want to take our responsibility in the community a lot more serious and put a lot more focus on it this year. So we'll be doing a lot more things to outreach, right, in terms of helping to do what we can to diffuse the tension and the situation. We'll be doing a lot of live performances. So we're looking at putting on at least 3 different concerts during the course of the year. So, you know, I'll be back to talk about that as well.
I hear you. We definitely will be supporting. And I mean, if you've never seen one of the big bands go, Pan is our thing. It's really for the people and for the organizers at Pan Trinbago. Oh my God, really and truly what you did in 2017, you really robbed the band, you robbed the players, and you robbed the audience. So congratulations again to Massey Trinidad All-Stars, and I hope that for 2018 that those organizing Panorama get their act together. It's time to think outside the box, and really and truly Pan is our thing. Do not do what you did again. Stay with us. This is the Morning Brew.
Trinidad All-Stars.